The night was heavy with an eerie silence as I pulled into the gas station. The dimly lit sign flickered, casting an ominous glow over the deserted pumps. A shiver ran down my spine, but I needed fuel to reach my destination. Reluctantly, I stepped out of my car and made my way towards the decrepit building. As I approached, the creaking sound of rusty hinges sent a shudder through me. The door swung open with a haunting screech, revealing a musty interior cloaked in shadows. A faint smell of gasoline lingered in the air, mixing with something far more sinister. Ignoring the discomfort gnawing at my gut, I mustered my courage and walked inside. The fluorescent lights above flickered intermittently, casting eerie shadows that danced along the worn linoleum floor. The store appeared deserted, with shelves stacked haphazardly and dust-coated items untouched for years. Behind the counter, a solitary figure stood motionless. The attendant's pale face was etched with deep lines and his eyes were vacant, as if lost in a trance. A shiver of unease crept up my spine as I approached him cautiously, my heart pounding in my chest. "Excuse me?" I called out, my voice barely a whisper. "I need to fill up my tank." No response. The attendant remained still, as if frozen in time. His eyes remained fixed ahead, staring into some unseen abyss. My unease grew with each passing second, but I couldn't afford to turn back now. I grabbed the fuel nozzle and made my way outside, the silence of the night engulfing me. The darkness seemed denser, suffocating as I stood there filling up my car. Shadows danced and twisted around me, whispering secrets I couldn't decipher. Suddenly, a rustling sound came from behind the gas station. I turned, my heart pounding in my ears. In the distance, I could make out the silhouette of a figure emerging from the shadows. A chill ran down my spine as I watched it approach. As it drew closer, I realized it was a woman. Her features were obscured by the darkness, and her steps were slow and deliberate. Her eyes, though hidden, bore into my very soul. An overwhelming sense of dread washed over me. With a trembling voice, I called out to her, "Ma'am, are you okay? Do you need help?" She continued her eerie advance, the sound of her footsteps growing louder with each step. I could see her more clearly now, her pale face and tattered clothing reflecting the dim light. Her eyes were hollow voids, devoid of life. A panic unlike anything I'd ever experienced seized me. I dropped the fuel nozzle and scrambled into my car, desperate to escape the impending horror. The engine roared to life and I sped away from the gas station, leaving behind the haunting figure and the desolate building. As I drove into the night, my mind raced with questions. What had happened to that gas station? Who was that woman? And what dark force held her captive? The horrors I had witnessed would forever haunt me, a chilling reminder of the night I dared to venture into the gas station. Now, whenever I pass by that forsaken place, I feel an overwhelming sense of unease. The flickering lights and the stagnant air serve as a constant reminder of the malevolent forces that lurk in the darkness. And I wonder if anyone will ever uncover the chilling secrets hidden within the gas station, or if it will forever remain a haven for nightmares.